So I finally got a step ladder and got this down. This is been sitting on my top shelf in my bedroom. It's the GoBots Lunchbox, and it's got on the front. Well, it's only got one. There's no sticker on the back. It's got the cycle right here. I don't know what his name is. I want to say Eagle 1, but it's definitely, I don't know, a Leader 1, and then their base. But I liked the toys for GoBots. I just didn't like GoBots themselves, the cartoon. I do like the Japanese cartoon, which is completely different. It's nothing like the American cartoon. But what's on the inside of this box? What's in the box? Let's play what's in the box. Here, pause the screen and tell me below. Well, I guess if you pause, you wouldn't have a clue what I'm saying now of what you think is in the box. Ready? Go. Waiting. Okay, let's find out what's in the box. So is it going to be my lunch that I've had up there for a few months now that just been sitting up there? Was it like a sandwich, maybe a juice box that's gone bad? Oh no, it's actually well, technically GoBots. Now this is a modern version of the Tank. Tank was the first, when Transformers, and well, I wouldn't say first transforming robot because that would actually be Shogun Warriors. But when Transformers and GoBots first came out in toy stores, I remember looking at them going, wow. I picked Tank to be my first one. Here he is. This is my first one I ever got. Same one. He had a little gun down here. I don't know what happened to it, but he's so complicated. Here he is in tank mode, which looks nothing like a tank. But the reason I liked him so much in robot mode, he looks so much like a Shogun Warrior. Well, this is the modern version of him with much more complication, much more articulation. So yeah, it's really neat to see that they redid all of them. I also have another like Psykill, Leader 1, all the other ones. They don't call that in Japan. It's called Machine Robo in Japan. All right, looking down at my beautiful box of wonderful stuff. Mugen Caliber. Now, when we were going through Rockingham one time, going to the beach because we still lived up in the Piedmont, but we went down to see Grandma and Grandpa here where I'm living now. We'd stop in Rockingham at the flea market every now and then. And I saw this in a box, in its original box, and I wish I still kept the original box. I cut it into like little cards so I can keep the artwork. This is Mugen Caliber. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm just pronouncing it the way I've always pronounced it. It is an action figure. It is not transformable. It has all the really cool things like this, covers the wheels, like that. So you can make it look more rough like it was like a Transformer. And it won't transform though. It just, because the hood has to pop up to make the, in front of it, and I don't know exactly everything else. But I've always thought it was so neat because I was like, oh my gosh, it's an action figure of a Japanese anime. I'm just for sure, but I had no idea what it was. I hate the monkey curl arms on him though. One of my pet peeves is monkey curl arms. Basically, is arms that do this, but they won't go forward like humans do. They look like monkey curls. All right. He had other things like this attaches to another part that's no longer on him, I guess. I don't know. He had a lot of other little parts. God only knows where those are now. And he's die-cast metal, really heavy. He's also plastic, of course, but a lot of him is die-cast metal. I guess you can tell it. This is die-cast, die-cast, die-cast. This is plastic. Plastic. But yeah, all the things that are covering the wheels, like the wheel well covers, they're of course plastic, but I guess I take his backpack off. Oh no, see there goes another piece. That's why I don't like to take these things off. But so like it looks like he can transform, but he doesn't. He does not transform. That's not the purpose of this toy. This collectible. So I'm gonna make sure the gun goes back in there before I put the backpack back on. But I've had him forever. And then I absolutely love Action Masters. So I have more Action Masters. I have a complete Blaster. His action, oh, he's got a pop-out gun. I was trying to make his wings pop out. I thought that's what made it pop out. But he's got a backpack. So the Action Masters are Transformers that no longer transform. They took some kind of serum to make them more powerful, but in the process, it also took away their transforming abilities. So they have sidekicks or backpacks or extra weapons that do transform. And everybody hated them but me. I really like this one a lot. So this is Bumblebee. Not because it's Bumblebee, but I'm trying to get the thing to work. It may not work anymore. It's been so long. It's been billions and billions. And maybe it never did do that. I'm just thinking in my head it makes it spin. He's got a little helicopter backpack. They don't have articulation in their elbows. They do have it in their knees, which are kind of wiggly from over time. But that's Bumblebee. And then I think this one's called Tread Shot or something. I love it because you can tell he was definitely a gun. But we've never had a toy version of this particular figure. That's why he's so awesome, in my opinion. I don't remember the name of this guy. I think it's Rollout or something, maybe. But he's got like a little sidekick thing that has legs and looks like a thing. I don't know what it's supposed to look like, but it also becomes his backpack. So yeah, he's pretty cool. He's not. You are my favorite. No, you really are. I don't want to feel like I don't love him. Oh man, this is also one of my favorites. I've had him so long. Look at his poor paint came off his head. He's actually wearing a Space Gliders wing backpack. I love Space Glider. I don't know, it's been so long, I don't think it'll work anymore. Well, anyway, so the wing's supposed to explode out. I like him a lot because he's like red, white, and blue. Very cool. This one, I don't think this was made in America. I think this one I got off of eBay later. I think this was one of those ones you've never got in America. Oh, he's wearing Galactic Defender's backpack. So they have a 5mm port in their back like Micronauts do. So that's why I like, putting Micronaut stuff on him. That's definitely not his sword. I just like, I like weaponizing people with swords and stuff. Are there any more of those in here? I don't think so. Oh, and then we got a reaction figure of one of the, he's so weird looking. His legs look so tiny. Of the, I think it's the reaction version of the the Valkyrie figures. I love Valkyries. Now this one is not a good representation. All right, then we're getting down to, oh, and here's one of my favorites. I put the rubber bands around it because these things come down too easy. So I'm trying to train his elbows to go up. I may have even glued them in place and trying to put the rubber bands on there until they glued in place and forgot all about it. Man, it's been a long time since I've been in this thing, but I love this stuff. This is so beautiful. Look at that figure. He does transform, but it's not worth it with these stupid things. They come down too easy. I think the rest of this is those little whatever the figures are called, Fisher Price little people. All right, so not for little people, but adventure people. Now, this is an Imaginext. This is an original 70s. So I'm like, this is so cool. I'm so glad they made Imaginext versions. And he came with an alien monster, which I don't remember any alien monster coming with these. I know he came by himself, but I don't remember any alien monster coming with him. Now the reaction, or not the reaction, the original ones, there's just 5 POA, but he's got a ball kind of jointed head. He can, do limited bat left and right, up, down. So he's a little bit more articulated than a Star Wars figure. That Imaginext, of course, they have like a little bit more articulation. They have wrists, but their legs are, conjoined. And then they come with some weird creature, which I don't know the history of that thing. All right. So these come in like spaceships. I had one spaceship, and I don't know which one's the one I had from my childhood, but I had a spaceship. Mine was mine was the silver with the black inside. They had 2 different versions of them. And I don't know where I got the other one from. So, and they actually made a version of this, but his arms are completely nothing like the same. So he looks the same in every other aspect, except his arms look more like this guy. So it was like they tried to say, these 2 guys combined create this guy. Because see the arms? He's got, I used to call him Crab or Crobe or whatever. This is another one of his Imaginext. That kind of goes with the space theme. Not 100% sure what. I guess the this right here. See the chest panel? See the chest panel? They're all the same. So I'm guessing there was a human version of the space people, and I guess there was. I kind of remember they looked like space shuttles, and they came out like 2 figures in it. Mine was the alien. It came with the night hawk, whatever. And then last but not least is Azrael. Meow. Smurfs. I like Azrael. I always wish he'd catch those Smurfs, those pesky Smurfs. But so yeah, this is one of my favorite boxes of really cool stuff. I love the stuff in this box right here. And That's why I keep it in here, to keep it as dust free as I can, because these don't sit on the shelf too well. That one's actually got some pretty tight legs, but some of them don't. Like, they're very floppy. I mean, they could stand for a little bit, but not for long. Oh, here's the antenna that goes on the back of his backpack. See, I told you, these pieces fall off of Mugen Calibra too easily. Stay. Oh, wrong side. There, because the bumpy part's got to go out. All right, so hey, tell me below if you have any of these, or if you remember these from when your childhood was back in the 80s and 70s. All right, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day. I'm gonna have some fun playing, because it's Saturday. It's a day to play.